Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the dark side of astrology. Uh, I hope everyone heard that. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the dark side of astrology. This is Oneyda, and I am here with today's daily astrological energy forecast. And today is January 6th, 2021. And today we have today we've had some movement already. We've had our moon move from Virgo into Libra, and today Mars leaves its home of Aries that's been there for quite a while. It was there all of 2020, basically, and it's moved now into Taurus, and it will be there until March. So for these next few months, our traction will kind of come to a slow pace, and like today we might feel a little like halted, like, what the hell is going on? What the hell just happened? Type of thing, like kind of like, what am I doing right now? Um, so I want to like talk about this Mars energy getting out of Aries and moving into Taurus. Excuse me. So with the Mars energy, what's happening here is that we are all going to basically slow down, tempers. It's more of a risk of not even a risk, but we are all going to like feel really irritated at points. And it's more like that irritation, and it's not frustration and it's not anger, it's irritation. That's the best word that I could use for when it comes to this Martian energy in Taurus. The Mars energy really doesn't like uh being in any type of slow movement, slow environment. uh Taurus is an earth energy, and it's a fixed sign. It's the first of the fixed signs. So that adds to the Martian energy of like being very it could be very volatile. Okay, so you're going to notice that even people, like everyone collectively, is like irritated. They're very short tempered. They're saying things that you're going to be like, what the hell's your problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it could like start a conflict. So definitely and it's, I mean, that placement is going to be there until March, so you definitely want to be very mindful and very aware these next coming of months that you're not being irritated by others. You're not allowing others' irritations to affect you. And I know that's really easy said than done, because as a collective, we tend to take everything very personal, and we tend to take on other people's energies and emotions and stuff like that, and making it our own. And then just like being in that energy for the rest of the day, where like it absolutely affects you. And you have to do your best these next coming months that you don't allow that to happen. If you're allowing others to affect you and interfere with you, this beginning of the year, it's going to be a rough one, because everything's, like I said, everything's going to like slow down. It's going to be more at a steady pace, and there's more of this determination of doing what you want to do, as opposed to doing what's good for the general collective. You see, with the Taurus energy, Taurus is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, and today uh, the moon moved into Libra, and Libra is the other constellation, the other sign that Venus rules. So today, there is that big possibility of really getting lost in this energy of, of victim mentality, of, and the victim mentality comes in with the Taurus energy of also being like, well, if people care for me, they're going to do it this way, this is how it's going to get done, type of thing. And kind of getting into this energy of, um, of prove yourself to me type of thing. And that's the Libra energy, and you don't have to prove yourself to nobody, and nobody needs to prove themselves to you. The only thing that needs to be proved is, are you, in a place where you're receptive, you're open to receiving. You know, because that's the one thing I've been saying with these past 2 lives that I did already. You know, this year is about being open to receiving. It's not about, you know, you being in control, you doing exactly what you've been doing, you know, since back in the day. None of that works anymore. And we're all gonna learn that, you know, like we're all gonna learn that. We saw that in 2020, and people were still like, you know, in la la land, thinking that, you know, everything's going to get normal in 2021, you know, that they had some sort of sense of control and like all this stuff, you know, and that everything that was happening outside of, you know, outside of their world didn't affect them, you know, it had nothing to do with them. Well, you're going to realize that this year, everything that happens outside is affecting you, and it has a lot to do with you, you know. And we're all going to realize too, you know, that uh, you know, being interconnected the way that we are, it's not, you know, something to take lightly. And, you know, it's definitely a year of, you know, like being more rational and again, just being really receptive of the things that are happening and going to continue happening this year. You know, with the Aquarian energy that we're all in, you know, it leaves that space for whatever has to transpire and whatever changes have to happen is gonna happen, you know. And with this Mars in Taurus energy that we're today's the first day of, you know, we have to be very careful that we're not going to fall into this energy of like, no, that's not what I want because that's not the way I saw it and that's not what I got last year or 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're in the here and the now, and we have to be in the here and the now. And I try not to use terminology where, you know, it's like you have to do this, you know, blah, blah. But if you are to, you know, experience this year the way that it's meant to be experienced for you, you got to be in the here and now. If you're in the past living off of whatever dreams and visions you got back then, and you're trying to still make that happen, you know, this year and into this here and now that we're in, you're going to realize with this Mars energy that it's not doable. You're trying to make, you know, you're trying to make a triangle fit into a square, and you can't. You know, it's not the same shape. You know, so how are you going to do that? You know, what are you going to do? You're going to you know, smooth out the triangle edges and try to make it fit into a square when the square is 4 sides and a triangle is 3. You know, like you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like there's logic, you know, and then there's madness. You know what I'm saying? So like you really have to be careful that this year you're not going to fall into the category of madness. You're going to be in that category of, you know, logic and of being receptive and open to whatever changes are happening. You know, I know that it could be quite difficult to be like, well, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, let the universe do whatever it wants to do for me. You know, I have free will and free choice, and I don't believe in that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm a lot smarter than that. You're a lot smarter than that, and you'll definitely believe in the universe and the cosmos and understand that you have absolutely no control. You're just another thing in this fucking vast universe that we're in. You know, you're just another piece of a conscious that's part of the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, I saw a great, I can't quote it or anything, but it was like, you know, how do you not believe that the universe isn't conscious if we're conscious? You know what I'm saying? If you can't believe that the universe is conscious and that it has a mind of its own, then how are you going to, you know, believe in anything? You know, so that means that you don't believe in the universe, you don't believe in the cosmos, you don't believe in this higher thing that's bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't believe in the fact that this has a conscious because, you know, you're more conscious and you're more aware. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that energy where we're at with the Mars and Taurus could really lead us down a really dark path where you think you know it all and then nothing can change your mind. And if there's something that we have to learn with this Mars and Taurus energy is we gotta be open to change. And we are, you know, we should be very open-minded and not be a square. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get into like this like thing where like, well, I'm here and you're in this glass house and you're doing whatever the hell you want to do, and you're judging everybody else for doing whatever the hell they're doing. And then when people start throwing rocks at your glass house, you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So this energy is definitely an energy of, you know, working through your shadow side, working through that stubbornness that we all have. It's not just Taurus people. Everybody has a stubborn side because everybody has their way of thinking, their way of doing things. So with this energy, the Mars energy is trying to break out of that, of like doing the same thing over and over and over again, doing it the exact same way, thinking a certain way, you know, and being open and moving that openness, you know, to come into play, come into fruition. Okay, so whatever actions you've been taking thus far, if it's been an action that's been affecting you in a negative way, and it's the same result over and over again, this Mars energy is gonna break that, you know. And if you don't take that initial step of, you know, I need to change this, you know, I should definitely change this, I should stop doing the exact same thing over and over again. And, you know, of course, like how I always say, the universe is going to step in and it's going to do it for you. And then what happens? Once that starts happening, oh, people start crying. They can't believe the universe is doing to them. You know, this is all happening to me type of thing. And this whole victim mentality starts. And we definitely don't want to fall into that. With 3 planets in the Taurus energy, which is dark moon Lilith, okay, and that's our dark emotions that we all have, okay, and wanting that equality, all right, hence the proud ally here, and then you know, there's the Uranus that's retrograding in Taurus right now, and it gets out of retrograde. Oh, it doesn't get out of retrograde until January 14th. I don't know why I thought it was this week, but I mean, this week we have a lot of different things moving. So that's why I thought that. And then we have Mars that's going to be in Taurus there until March. So we have 3 planets where it really doesn't belong there. Like it's like these next 3 months could be quite you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, oh man, I don't know, you know, because our dark emotions are gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with all this energy, like it's all gonna come out. And like how I was saying in the beginning of the video, Mars doesn't like being in any environment that's slow moving. You know what I'm saying? Nor does it like being in any environment that's overly emotional. So like the Martian energy likes being in the fire energy, and it likes being in the air energy, you know, because it moves at a good rate. And rate, you know, it moves at a good velocity, you know. But being in water energy or in earth energy, nope. And the earth energy irritates the Martian energy because it's like, oh my God, it's moving too slow. Why are these people moving so slow? Why don't they get out of the way? You know, what the hell's wrong with this person? This person can't be this dumb. You know, why are they, you know, doing things so stupidly? You know, things like that could happen, you know, where ego really gets in the way, and then tempers are gonna flare. And the Taurus energy, it's not just like, you know, this lovey-dovey energy that you would think because of Venus being a ruler. You know, when it gets angry, it gets angry. Like imagine the bull. Think of a bull, you know, like think about the bullfights and how the matador is there with like the red cloth, and you know, and inciting the bull, and the bull just like charges ahead, you know. And I mean, I've seen some of these people, they take those horns. I mean, some of these bulls kill people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you really want to be careful these next 3 months, because it's either your temper that's out of control, or it's other people, you know, lashing out at you, purging on you. That's the other thing that we run the risk of, you know, other people purging on you, lashing out on you, you know, thinking that only their emotions matter and their thoughts matter, you know, and doing everything that they can to be heard. And it's not about being understood, it's about being heard, you know. And you got to be very mindful, very grounded, but not too grounded where you're not moving or you're doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, because you're going to find yourself in this loop, and then you're going to feel absolutely insane. Okay, and you know, if you start feeling that insanity, it's only going to amplify in February, and then it's going to amplify in March. Like you're going to feel the insanity in February. And then in March, it's going to be like, oh my God, you're going to be begging the cosmos for this Mars energy to get the hell out of Taurus energy. Okay. So make today a day where you're really open to the changes that this Martian energy is going to bring. Okay. And not get caught up in that dark moon Lilith energy where like, oh, everything has to be done my way. You know what I'm saying? Because universe is not going to put up with that, nor is it going to tolerate it. We got to remember, we have Uranus, which is the ruler to Aquarius, in Taurus, and it's been there for 2 years. It's going to be there for another 6. And it's going to get out of its retrograde, on the 14th. So right now it's still moving backwards. And then this Mars energy just moved into Taurus. So that's going to it's going to be like, oh, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And the Uranus energy doesn't mind the Mars energy because it's fast paced. Okay. And it's go, 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 go. And it's all about action. So with the Uranus, being retrograde, what the Uranus is doing is that it's making everybody very uncomfortable about, certain things and the things that need to be changed and need to be let go of. And if there's one thing the Taurus energy does, it doesn't know how to let go of anything because it's stubborn and it wants to hold on to these things because it's fixated that it can fix it, that this is it, this is the way it's meant to be. And the Uranus energy is here to tell you, nope, I have a better way of doing these things. You need to be open to that. You know what I'm saying? And then with the Mars energy, it gives it that traction to really bring in these changes that are much better suited for the time that we're in. That was another thing that I kept talking about yesterday. It's, we're in this time frame where, it's more doable now to do certain things. Old dreams from the past can work now, but it's going to work in a very, very, very different manner, and like I even explained, how some of these visions that, all of us got, there were more ideas about certain things that could, can transpire in this future that we're in. But now it's more about letting go of what we thought was, a certain vision that was going to come, that was going to materialize at this time, and know now and accept the fact and be at peace with that it was an idea. And this idea can still work in the time frame that we're in, but it's going to work in a very different way. Okay. Because we're all still, breaking free from a lot of things. This year is all about liberation, about, setting yourself free, disattaching from things that, haven't been working, being open to, people leaving your life, to other people coming back and, coming into your life or coming back to your life, of letting go of old, outdated ways of thinking and of doing things. But like how I said, we do run the risk of not letting go of that because we feel that we still know best and that we have to make things work in a certain way. So we want to be fair. So like I was saying, the moon is in Libra today. So we really want to be fair and harmonized with the energies that are happening now. Okay. And be very, again, be very open to things, to the changes that are happening and to the betterment of your situation and of your environment. Like today, we definitely want to take more action with ourselves, and with our home. Taurus is all about home and, having a very comfortable home. Okay. Having a very comfortable bed. If it's time for you to change your bed, you should. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's time to make your home more comfortable and really pleasing, then you should take this time to do that. If everything in you is telling you it's time to make a move, then make that move so you can be in a more comfortable place and you could be somewhere that you didn't think you could get to again, or not get to again, or just, make your home more comfortable for yourself and for those that live there. And if what you want to do is make space for someone, then you should really be doing that, so you're not, stuck in this solitude, you know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people don't like being in solitude, nor do they like being alone. But if what you want is some sort of, you know, partner or something like that, then you got to make that space in your home for this partner to come in. Okay, so take these few months that we're going to be in this Taurus energy to really make your space more livable and more comfortable for you and for those that you share your space with. If you want to share your space with someone, then, you know, make room for that person, declutter, get rid of things. You know, things hold our energy, you know, and if you still have things from your past that people gave to you, you know, that they weren't good for you, why are you still holding on to this stuff? Get rid of it. You know, either donate it or throw it out. You know, definitely take this time to really clear your space so the new could come in and change the energy around in your space. So today we do have our sun is still in Capricorn. We're still in Capricorn season. Our moon did move to Libra. Mercury is in Capricorn. Venus is in Sagittarius. Mars is in Taurus. Jupiter is in Aquarius. Saturn is in Aquarius. Uranus is still retrograding in Taurus. Neptune is in Pisces. Pluto is in Capricorn. The true node is in Gemini. Lilith is in Taurus. And Chiron is still in Aries. So like I was saying, you know, we definitely want to be in this energy of really being open and receptive to the changes, you know, and we want to take that energy, you know, like if for especially for those that like being in control, you know what I'm saying? Like take that energy and do something with it within your home and within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like change that, you know, and let the universe handle everything else. So I am going to stick with the Animal Kin Oracle deck. I love this deck. And I'm going to shuffle, and I want to say thank you to all of those who tune in, you know, who like, comment, and share the videos. And I want to say welcome to all the new subscribers to the channel. You know, I do hope you're enjoying your stay and you're enjoying all the content here on the channel. And yeah, you know, please visit the website. You'll see January's forecast there that you can read. And you know, if you want a session with me, go ahead and use the code YouTube to receive 50% off any service on site. And your session. Let's see what animal wants to talk to us today. It's a nice little creature. Oh yeah, and that's another thing too. This Mars energy in Taurus could actually have us sleeping more and wanting to go to sleep early. Do it. It's your body just resting and upgrading itself. But it's able to take that action when it's meant to. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to cut this into 3. And I'm going with the right. Let's see what it is. Oh, unicorn for miracles. Very nice, very interesting. So today's message from the animals is unicorn. But it's funny because it says unicorn, but there's 2 unicorns here. Okay, and there's a crescent moon, and both unicorns have a star each on their horn. So definitely today, make a wish upon a star. Work with the moon. Like I was saying, the moon is in Libra. So it's bringing us that balance and fairness, but also we got to be careful that we're not falling into this category of, you know, like, well, everything has to be done my way, you know, because otherwise it's not, you know, doable. You know what I'm saying? Again, we got to remember that Lilith is you know, also in Taurus, you know, and we don't want to fall into that type of energy where, like, you know, it's like, oh, it's my way or no way, my way or the highway type of thing. You don't want to be like that. You definitely want to be open to whatever the universe has for you, because the universe is going to be performing miracles for you. And if you're in that energy of miraculous, you know, things happening, you're going to experience miracles every day. Okay. what number is this? 63, which adds to a 9. So definitely, ending of cycles. Like how I was saying before, like you really want to be open to the ending of cycles. Like you don't want to keep in the same cycle and doing the same thing over and over again. Because again, people get really upset when things keep happening the exact same way, and then they're not open, to whatever new stuff wants to come in. And then they blame it on the universe, but it's like it's you. You're not allowing things to happen. You keep doing the same thing over and over again. You're still in that same cycle. So how are you going to break out of that and and be in the energy of creation? We're all creators. I mean, a lot of people will tell you, no, you're not, blah blah. They don't understand the way creation works or the way alchemy works. So you definitely want to be in this energy of miracles, of uh being open to receiving miracles. The unicorn is a huge symbol in spirituality of that miracle. Because people don't believe. A lot of people don't believe in unicorns. The unicorns were in the Bible, but I'm not really sure what they said about them in the Bible. But I know that they were in the Bible. A lot of these magical animals at that time, you know, uh, they were written about and they were spoken about, back in the day, but people didn't really understand what, being high vibration was. So, to them, like these unicorns were like something that you had to capture, to try to understand instead of observing, you know what I'm saying? So unicorns, they're very high vibrational beings, and their horn is said to, hold a lot of magical properties, and they come from this, realm of just of beauty and innocence and purity. And what I like is the color of the unicorns. They're both purple, so that's the psychic awareness, that's the third eye. There's green, the heart chakra, and there's blue on them, which is the throat chakra. So definitely today, working with those three chakras will help in feeling miraculous energy and feeling good with the energy, and not feeling irritated by it, being really open to new ideas and new ways of doing things. Like, you can actually see it in your mind. And we got to remember, people, that we're working with long term and not short term or instant gratification. It's not about that. It's about having that long term and feeling really good with the things that are transpiring to bring in the long term, to bring in those changes. And when the changes start happening, it's going to feel like a miracle, because things are going to be really different, and it's going to feel different, and it's going to look different. So being in this higher perspective is definitely encouraged, experiencing magic, knowing that, there's magic everywhere in the world, anywhere that you look, there's magic within you, and also understanding that people mirror, everyone's a mirror. Okay. Because this is kind of like what the unicorns are reminding me here, like a mirror. Okay. And 90% of the people, or 95% of people, reflect things back to you. The other 5 mirror you. Okay. And not everybody mirrors you. And those that are mirroring you, they have a very, important placement in your life. Those that are reflecting things back to you is to teach you, for you to break out of those karmatic cycles that you're in. Like I said, this card adds to 9, is a 63. So you might see the number 63 everywhere. You might see the 6 or the 3 today, and you'll see the 9 today. So you definitely want to be aware that, the majority of people are reflecting things back to you. And the reason why that's happening is because these are things you have to work on. It's not that everybody else has to work on it. You have to work on it. And like I was saying in the beginning of the video, you really want to be aware that you're not purging your bullshit onto others, and that others are not purging their shit onto you. It's all about boundaries, okay, and protecting yourself and shielding yourself so you're not feeling or taking on other people's stuff. Okay, not everyone's an empath and not everybody's a narcissist. Please understand this, people. It's just these words, like all this terminology that we've been using since the age of Pisces. It's like that all it will come to an end. Not that it has to, it's going to come to an end. Like we're all going to get a lesson about, being careful of what labels we're using and how we categorize people. Okay, because it's just being in a box. And and not everybody's a narcissist, not everybody's an empath, not everybody's attacking you or out to get you or anything like that. Not everybody's your twin flame, and twin flame is not the proper word. But, like sometimes I think to myself, maybe I should start pulling cards for the Twin Soul Collective and stuff. Maybe that's the only way I'll get traction on this channel. But I mm, it's disappointing to see what people think the twin soul journey is about. It's really sad, it's real sad. And it's really sad to see these readers absolutely capitalizing on it, like I don't know. If I get into that, I'm gonna, like really upset a lot of people. And I don't know. I really don't know if I want to do that because I am a shadow worker, a light worker. It's one thing. Like I've learned that. Like I've learned that over the years. Like there's, like yeah, I'm a light. Like who isn't? Everybody's a light, but I help people work with their fears, work with the truth, and stuff like that. And 2021 is definitely that year where everybody's going to be working with the truth and working with their fears, and that's why, like I'm so adamant about, giving the truth to people and making people aware and mindful of this energy because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not in this love and light, where everything is rainbows and unicorns, you know what I'm saying? Like these unicorns have a message. And they're really reminding me of like, it seems like they're looking, like it seems like it's the same unicorn looking back at itself. Okay. And that's really what I'm getting here. It's like, are you really looking at yourself? Or are you just like diddly daddling, and there's also the fact too that you got to be careful with what magic you're performing. Okay, because magic, it will come back to you and it'll bite you in the ass. You know what I'm saying? And if you're fucking with people's free will and free choices, you're really going to feel it. So be very careful with the magic that you're doing, and also be very careful with who you're asking to perform magic for you. You should be performing your own magic, and definitely, being very aware of why it is that you're trying to perform this magic. Okay. So, unicorns, they're all about magic. They're all about, they are about miracles. They are about being high frequency, about purity, spirituality, you know, um, and just, and this innocence, and being free. The unicorn is not something that is captive or, kept as a pet or as a familiar. The unicorn is a free being. It roams where it wants to roam. And that's basically kind of, what this Mars energy in Taurus is going to be bringing up to us. Like, are we free? Are we freely roaming where we want to roam? Or are we still restricted and doing things the old fashioned way? Like, I mean, look, it's great to be old. There's a time there's a time and a purpose for old fashioned, and for tradition. But then, we're also in this time of change, in this age of Aquarius that we're in, where we need to make new traditions and be more modern and up to date with everything that is happening, and upgrading. So, a lot of things are going to come, that are going to be updated, which I think is very interesting, because it's not that things are going to be updated. Like, I've been seeing this a lot, with different people. Like, they're saying, oh, everyone's going to be changing their minds. New information is all this new information is going to come out, like all these new updates and blah blah. And it's not that. It's just, this is stuff that's been hidden, and it's now going to come to the collective consciousness because people are in remembrance. The collective is awakening. That's all it is, and those outdated, thoughts and stuff like that. It's just that at that time it worked because we were still in that age of Pisces where you did as I said and you believed what I told you to believe. Now with the age of Aquarius, the motto is I know. So whatever it is that you knew is not going to work now. And now you're going to come into terms, you're going to come to learn newer stuff that's going to help you with your knowingness of certain things. So things that were hidden are now going to come into the light, and it's going to help you with your knowledge. And it's, now it's the time for it to make sense. It will make sense, and it's time now to be in that energy and be able to implement it now. Okay, so I hope that today's video was insightful and inspirational. And once again, thank you all for tuning in, for watching, liking, commenting on the videos. Please subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, and I'll be back tomorrow with tomorrow's daily astrological insight. Excuse me, and see what other message we'll have for tomorrow. And I hope everyone has a great day. It's the middle, what is it? The middle of the week now. It's hump day. So let's see what the universe has in store for us. And hopefully everybody's ready for, these hidden magics and hidden knowledge that's going to come forth. That's going to help everyone on their journey. And, it's going to bring insight and wisdom to everyone. So thank you once again for tuning in. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Namaste.